My apartment is located at Guinea Street 35 in Wedding, Germany.
That doesn't sound that bad, right?
Only pro forma, the landlord agrees not to pursue any fraudulent intent.
Do you have a friend to show me the apartment in person?
If I got the payment soonest by Monday, we are good, okay? So I'm expecting from you.
If you're looking to rent a place in Berlin, you might be aware of how hard it is to actually find something decent and affordable nowadays here. I have a friend named Iman, and she's currently also doing the same thing. She's looking for something, but there are some tricky little scammers that you should definitely avoid so that you don't get screwed over of your hard-earned money. Now, recently my friend got flooded with these scammer emails when she was applying for apartments to look at herself. So I kind of asked her if she could forward me one of these scam emails so I could basically talk to them. I wanted to kind of look behind it all. I wanted to sort of see how they made money. And since I was just bored out of my mind one week, I figured the more I talk to this guy, the less time he has basically scamming other people. So yeah, I kind of decided to personally reach out to this dude. So sit back, relax, and check out my story about how it all went down with a slippery little apartment rental scammer. So to search for property in Germany, a very popular website to do this is Immobilien Scout 24. It's actually one of the very first places people look at when they come here to look for an apartment. And it's filled with some pretty nice deals sometimes. I mean, my friend did the same thing. She first started out at Immobilien Scout. She saw something she really liked, and then she reached out to the advertiser about it. Now, most of these people on these websites actually have property that they actually want to rent out. But some of them post these fake ads. And the point of this is to kind of trick people into paying some sort of fee or deposit in order to secure the apartment. So after a few more inquiries, my friend got another one of these emails, and then it said something like this.
Dear Iman, my apartment is located at Guinea Street 35 in Wedding, Germany. The room is 32 square meters and has a private bathroom and toilet. The apartment is clean and fully furnished with a nice kitchen, washing machine, bathtub, and internet. The rooms are equipped with a double-sized mattress, a reading table, and a wardrobe. It's centrally located. The room costs 580 euros per month, including the additional costs, plus a deposit of 500 euros. The deposit will be refunded at the end of the rental agreement. You can write me an email for more information. Marriage.
Okay, so that doesn't sound that bad, right? The apartment sounds nice, more or less, and he expects a deposit of, 500 euros up front. So my friend replies and she says, Dear Marriage, thank you for your email. When is it possible to visit the flat, please? So after a few hours, she gets a response from this guy.
The apartment is still open and you can move into the apartment as soon as possible, but the challenge is to visit the apartment is currently not possible, as I am not in the countryside at the moment. I moved to London over the weekend to start my new job, which is why I rent out the apartment and have the apartment keys here with me. I left urgently with the hope of coming back soon, but at the moment the work is taking longer under my contract until December 2023, so I decided to rent the apartment, but I can only send you the apartment pictures again so that you can get an idea of the apartment.
Now guys, this is more like it. This is where it starts to get apocalyptically sketchy. So a top tip for people looking to rent something here, when people are out of the country or say starting a new job in London, there's actually like a 99.7% chance that they're trying to scam you. Also, the email is in English. Generally, English by itself is fine, but they usually write in German, at least for the very first email. I mean, it's Germany after all, right? They write in English to target expats and people desperate to get a place after arriving straight away from another country. In fact, most of these scammers write their online rental ads also in English, just so they can attract these people who feel a little bit more comfortable with the English language than with German. All right, so this is where my friend actually forwards me that email so I could take it from there. I created a fake email address and I named myself John Nguyen. I write to him straight away and I say something like this. Hi Marich, my friend has found an apartment recently, but she mentioned that you still had an apartment available. Can I ask if it's still available and if you'd be open to renting it out to me? So literally within 30 minutes, he replies to me and he says,
In order to reserve the flat for that period and stop others from showing interest in renting the flat, I will only need your details for the contract to be prepared. The contract will be prepared and sent to you, and you will have to print it out and sign and then scan it back to me here immediately so that I can also sign my part of the contract. However, you would need to make a deposit to secure the room, but before that, my solicitor will need some details from you to draft the lease contract agreement, which you will print and bring along with you on your arrival date to the flat.
Man, this guy doesn't even know what a full stop is. He asked me for a range of details, and then he said,
Please get back to me with these information so that I can tell you how to proceed. I look forward to hearing from you. Regards.
Alright, so here you can see that he's sort of trying to build trust between us by introducing the need for a contract and asking me for my details and all that. But it's still really early on in the game here. I mean, usually in Germany at least, you would need to provide things like your monthly income levels or your employment contract and maybe even your credit score in order to sort of prove that you can afford the apartment that you actually applied for. But he's already trying to set up a contract with me from the very beginning. I never thought finding something in Berlin would be so damn easy. So since he wanted my information for the contract that bad, I thought two can play that game. I'm going to make up some information anyway. It's not like he'll check it or anything like that, probably. So I put my name as John Nguyen from Karl-Marx-Straße, and I put in a random phone number, and I also put in a random date of birth.
Got it. We'll get back to you by tomorrow morning. Thanks and have a lovely night.
So at around, say, 10 a.m. the next morning, I get an email from him and he attaches the contract that he made for me, and he says,
I have attached the contract form for the reservation for you. Please go through it and sign it. I am happy to rent the apartment to you and will give you details to proceed with the reservation of the apartment. Below is the bank details for the payment.
So after I looked at these bank details, it was basically a bank account of this dude named Enna Horo. But his name isn't Enna Horo. His name is Ivan, right? Or Marriage. Anyway, 20 minutes later, he sends me another email and he says,
Hello, how are you doing? Guess fine. Please, still expecting the signed contract.
Okay, this guy really wants me to sign the contract. So I opened the contract and it was quite poorly formatted and it was also completely written in English. On the first page, I remember him putting his most likely fake name on the top, including some random ID number. And then he just pasted details that I just shared with him earlier on. But some of the things that were written on there were super weird. Like, does anybody know what this means?
If the apartment deviates too much from the images shown in area, condition, function, or furniture when entering the living space, without prior inspection at the status of the conclusion of the contract, so that there are inconsistencies from the outset, the tenant can cancel the contract and there is a mutually cancelling conversion of the amounts paid.
Huh. And then it goes on and reads,
Only pro forma, the landlord agrees not to pursue any fraudulent intent, mentioned since the ad was removed here.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that in a rental contract before. Anyway, whatever. It looks like he's just pulled out some random contract template from the internet and just filled in my details. But I was honestly super curious to see what would happen next. So I made up this random signature and then I just saved it as a PDF and I sent the contract straight back to him. Hi Ivan, thanks for sending this through. Attached is the contract, fully signed. Warm regards, John. And then 10 minutes later, he writes to me and he says,
Yes, got the signed contract, thanks. Meanwhile, like I told you in my previous email that I'm in England due to new job. Please by SAT you will have access to the place, so kindly don't worry, okay? Also, we'll be expecting the payment confirmation from you, because we'll be using the part of it for the DHL fees, thanks.
I feel like with every reply, his English is getting more and more broken. Anyway, I noticed that I haven't even seen this apartment yet. I didn't even see any pictures or anything like that because remember, my friend Iman just forwarded me his email and I kind of just took it from there. So I replied to Ivan and I said, Hi Ivan, it's a shame that you're in England. I would have loved to meet you. Are you able to send through all the apartment pictures again? I've lost them. And he does. He sends me the pictures and the images look pretty decent. I mean, a little bit generic, a little Airbnb-like, but I guess more or less still okay. And then he says,
That's it. Please, you need to make the payment so I can reserve the apartment for you, please.
Literally 1 minute later, he says,
If I got the payment soonest by Monday, we are good, okay? So I'm expecting from you.
So at this point, I was actually quite tired. So I just went to bed and left it there. And then the next day, he writes to me again in the morning and he says,
Hello, how are you doing? Guess fine. Please, still expecting your payment confirmation so can proceed with the reservation, thanks.
I mean, these people are crazy. I mean, they're literally trying to scam their way out of a normal job. It's actually insane. At this point, I just wanted to waste his time because I didn't want him to scam other people. So I said, "Hi, Ivan. Thanks for the pictures. Does the apartment come with a fridge?"
Yes, it does. All you need is to come with your clothes, and anything you don't like there, you can take it to the basement, okay?
Well, that is a very carefree landlord, I must say. I said, "Okay, thank you, Ivan. Do you have a friend to show me the apartment in person?" I mean, that's a valid question, right? Of course, you should always look at the apartment before you start renting it.
There is a lady on the first floor. Maybe she will help. Moreover, we'll have to send you the keys, then you go to her to show you the apartment. Is that fine? Also, you will have to make the payment as well. If not all, maybe the rent. Then once you okay, then you pay the rest, okay?
Hi, Ivan. So I need to partially pay before you can send the keys to me, correct?
Yes, please.
So get this, I go to the online portal of my bank account and I go to the send money page and I put in a random account number that has less digits than normal so that the bank brings up an error when I click to send money. What I then did was I screenshotted this error and then I uploaded it to an image sharing website called imagebb.com in order to get like a shareable link. And then I went to iplogger.org and then I put my link to my screenshot there, which then created a new link for me. And for those of you who don't know what iplogger is, it's basically like an online platform that allows you to track IP addresses and other useful information such as the user's location if they decide to click on a link that you generated. So yeah, I sort of wanted to track this guy's IP details. So once I got that iplogger link, I put that link in a URL shortener so that the default domain of iplogger.org wasn't obviously shown in the URL when I basically linked it to this guy. So I wanted to hide it as much as possible. I write to him and I say, "Hi Ivan, I tried to make a transfer to the account you mentioned, but it came up with an error. Can you please confirm the IBAN attached here is correct?" And I hyperlinked the word "here" in my email with my screenshot, which contained a tracking node to his IP address if he ever clicked on it. I wanted to basically report this biatch to the police. He replies,
Oh, maybe you should try it in the morning, okay?
"Wait, did he click on it? Damn, I checked and he didn't click on it." I said, "Okay, I will, but what is the error telling me?"
But that is funny. Let's wait till morning.
I checked again and he still didn't click it, the sneaky bugger. He's pretending to have looked at my screenshot, but I'm sure he never clicked on it. I'm pretty sure, as standard scamming practice, he's learned to avoid clicking links to avoid people from tracking him. Okay, screw this. I didn't want to make it that obvious, so I said, "I tried again and didn't work. Send me another way of paying, please."
What of PayPal?
I guess I could try. So then he sends me details of a PayPal account with an email starting with ninjapoo@gmail.com. And for privacy's sake, I probably won't reveal the entire email address because it actually might be someone that doesn't even know that they're being a middleman for a scammer. So this time, the PayPal account's name was Amanda, and he wants me to categorize the payment as payment to friends and family instead of paying for goods and services. Now, for those of you who don't use PayPal, or if you don't know about this, if you make a payment and things go bad, PayPal will generally be able to offer you some sort of protection if you select paying for goods and services when making your online payments through PayPal. But there's generally really little that they can do if you select the other one, like if you select friends and family. So if I actually sent him money and I selected friends and family, I probably wouldn't be able to see my money ever again. What a sneaky little devil for even telling me to choose friends and family. I wrote to him and I said, "Hi Ivan, could I please ask? Last time you asked me to transfer to someone called Enahoro, and now with PayPal I'll be sending it to a person called Amanda. Who are they? I'm confused. Shouldn't you be the account holder?" He said,
They are my in-laws. Please, nothing is wrong with it. You can go ahead with the payment. Thanks.
20 minutes later, he says,
Hello, what is the status of the payment now?
"So I photoshopped a PayPal confirmation screen which said something like you've sent 500 USD to ninjapoo something at gmail.com. And I did the same thing that I did before. I uploaded it onto iplogger and I sent him a link to track his IP address. Hi Ivan, PayPal seems fine. The screenshot of PayPal confirmation here. Now please, can you tell me how you will send the keys? I need the apartment soon as my current contract is ending. Thanks for your support." Then he replies and he says,
Please, the screenshots is not showing. Send it as an image, okay?
Now that, my friends, is extremely frustrating and sneaky. He's been taught by his scamming grandmaster or whatever to not click on any links because people could use this as evidence and potentially track his data. Anyway, whatever. At this point, I just sent him the screenshot as an attachment just to screw around with him. And after one day, he says,
Please, what is the sender's name? John Nguyen?
I say, yes, it's John Nguyen. He says,
Please go to your PayPal summary and give me the full screenshots, like you gave me the other time, okay? Just go to the summary and then give me the image, okay? Because that's what I need to show my in-law, okay? Thanks and sorry for the stress.
I said, hi Ivan, getting this apartment is really becoming a hassle. You never helped me with the error and you always asked me to do things the hard way. I already sent you a screenshot and also the funds, so please, can you send me the keys as I need the apartment soon? He says,
I'm highly sorry for the stress. Please by SAT latest you will have the keys via DHL. So don't worry. Please, what I need the summary screenshot is very easy. Just go to the summary.
So I photoshopped the summary page and I said, this is the summary. He said, okay, thanks. I said, my current apartment contract will end next Monday. If I don't get the keys from you, I will literally be homeless. I hope you will have the kindness to send them soon. He said,
Wow, you will, don't worry.
all right, so at this point in time, I really didn't want to waste any more time with this guy. I decided to just ignore him, but he kept on sending me messages every single day.
Hello, how are you? Please, nothing hit the account. How did you send it, please? Because PayPal don't take too long to credit, so why yours taking long time, please? Hello, I didn't read from you. The funds didn't hit the account. What is going on? Why are you wasting times? You're supposed to have get back to me with what I requested for.
And it was at this point in time that I just sent his contact through to the cybersecurity department in Berlin. I mean, to be fair, he's probably not even based in Berlin, but I thought they might be able to do more than what I could with this guy if they kind of end up doing anything at all with this contact, but at least I tried. So if you're actually looking for an apartment in Berlin or in a major city in Germany, you should always remember basically how competitive it is to actually find something here. I mean, think about it. I was being like way too annoying as an applicant. If this guy was actually legit, he could have easily found another person to take the apartment literally within 10 minutes. Like, why would he spend so much time on me? Like, why would he trust me so much to send his keys from London without even asking to meet me in person and not even asking me for my identification or anything like that? I mean, Germany is relatively international, but still, why was he speaking English from the very beginning? Like, what about all the other Germans looking for apartments? Why does he send bank account details of his in-laws, but not bank account details under his own name? Like, nothing really added up there. So if you're desperately looking for an apartment here in Germany, you still need to be somewhat smart about who you're talking to. And if you find that securing something sounds sort of too good to be true, then it probably is, to be honest. Unfortunately, I still hear about so many people falling for these stupid scams, and it's so frustrating knowing that this is actually the first experience that some people have with the beautiful country of Germany. So please share this video with your friends and family. I would be very grateful so that they can all be aware of this, and hopefully in the future, these sorts of things will be so damn obvious to everyone that these scammers would need to go and find other things to do eventually. Hopefully. So for now, I hope you have a really great day or night, depending on where you're watching from, and I'll see you guys in the next one.